Hello students, it's Mrs. Frank. I'm here to read to you this week's book. I picked There Might Be Lobsters by Carolyn Crimi. It's a book about fears and overcoming them and the importance of friendship. I also have my dog, Yoshima, here today to help me because it can be scary around here, my house. Come on, Suki, you can do it, said Eleanor as she stood at the bottom of the stairs to the beach and waved to Susie. But Suki was just a small dog, and the stairs were big and sandy, and she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little, and she might get a shell stuck up in her nose, and she might tumble down on her head, and then she needs stitches, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the bottom of the stairs with Chunkamunka by her side. Oh, all right, said Eleanor. She picked them up and a huff and carried them down the stairs. Come on, Suki, you can do it, said Eleanor. She tossed a beach ball Suki's way. But Suki was just a small dog, and the beach was big and beachy, and it might hit her in the nose, and then it would pop, and it might be too loud, or it might knock her down, and she might never get up again, and she might have to live on the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive, and besides, the beach balls attract lobsters. So Suki sat far away from the beach ball with Chunkamunka at her side, her good friend. Oh, Suki, Eleanor swooped that puppy up with a tsk and a huff and cradled her in her arms. Come on, Suki, you can do it. Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Suki. But Suki was just a small dog, and those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were too wet, and they might toss her out in the middle of the sea, and she might float all the way to Tasmania or even Florida, and she might be swallowed by a whole whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit. And besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the edge of the water with Chunkamunka by her side. Oh, Suki, said Eleanor. She shook her head and dove in the water. Splash! Suki sat and watched beach balls bouncing and big boys running and umbrellas flapping and lifeguards blowing loud whistles and waves splashing with Chunkamunka. Floating out to the sea. Suki barked for Chunkamunka to come back. Oh no! The waves got her. Suki started to paddle. She paddled past the big beachy ball. And through a huge salty wave and over something that might even be a lobster. Until she had Chunkamunka, he was safe. Suki had saved him. Look at that. Oh, what a good dog. She felt braver than the bravest dog because even though she was very small, Chunkamunka was smaller. Oh, Suki, I knew you could do it, said Eleanor, and she picked them both up with a yay and a hooray and swung them very gently through the air. Suki sat in the sandy sand with the wavy waves and watched for lobsters with Chunkamunka by her side. And they didn't see one all day. Well, no, they did not. Suki had a lot of fears, right? And but she put all that aside for her friend who she felt was in danger. Which Chunkamunka was in danger, right? He would have drowned. But Suki was brave, overcame all those fears, jumped in the ocean, saved her friend, and then afterwards was so proud because she was brave. Okay, and that gave her, she was empowered by those feelings. So it's a sweet story. And students, I know right now you're going through a lot and you have fears. We all do. But trust me, you will overcome them. And I know you're all being brave. And so I want to thank you for that. Okay? So, Yoshima, say bye bye. Can you say bye bye? Say bye bye to my students. Okay, students, take care. Until the next book. Bye.